to another video. So today is the weekend before my exam week. It is Saturday, and I need to start prepping for my exams. All last week I've been working on my math summative and my other summatives for my other classes. So it's been kind of a very busy past few weeks, but now we gotta really keep working to get ready for these exams, and then once these are over, I can finally have a bit of a break, and I bet you guys are the same. So for me, I have 3 classes this semester. Normally you would have 4 classes, but I have a spare. So I have an exam for French, English, and math. So 3 exams back to back, but we can do it. So this video, if you guys can already tell, is how I prepare for exams, and hopefully you guys can take some tips from these videos to help you either with your exams that are coming up real soon or for the spring exams. But anyways, I wanted to give you guys some tips because since all this sickness stuff that's been going on the past few years, exams have been canceled. We haven't done exams. I haven't done exams since grade 9. In grade 9 I took 4, and I remember not being stressed at all for them, but then again, that was back in grade 9 when, you know, marks mattered, but not as much as they do now that I'm in grade 12. I need my marks to stay as high as possible to make sure that I can keep my university acceptances and potentially go into one of those universities. So if I haven't updated you guys on that, every course that I applied for in university and college, I got conditional acceptance to. So basically what that means is I need to keep my average at a certain level and I'm accepted. So we'll see. I mean, I think I'm on the right path to keep my average up there. I don't think these exams will take me down too low, but especially because I'm preparing and it's gonna be great. So the main exam that I'm worried about is, of course, math. I've never taken a math exam before, and I'm a bit nervous because normally with math, once I take the unit test, all that math just leaves my brain and I don't remember it. So I need to go through my whole math binder, which is right here. And this binder has only math in it. This whole binder is only math. So it's a lot, but it's okay. For French, we're just having a listening exam, so I can't really prepare for that. And I'm not really worried because it's not like it's worth 30% of my grade. It's worth as much as a normal test is worth. So that one, I'm fine. English, we're writing an essay on 2 books. Well, I chose to write it on Hamlet and Life of Pi, which is a play and a book, but we can choose like a short story that we read during the year or whatever. And then math is obviously all the units. But for the essay, she gave us our prompts. So luckily I can prepare for that, so I'm not really stressed. Math is my last exam, and it is the one I'm most scared for and the one I'm preparing the most for. Let's get into some of my tips for studying. So, tip number 1 is make sure that you are super organized. Super organized. That means something different for everyone. For me personally, that just means rewriting my notes on papers, highlighting in different colors the main things. These are some of my math notes that I've done. So that's what works for me. But what I've been doing for this, so this paper is all of Unit 1. And what I did to determine what to put on this paper was I looked at my unit tests, because your unit test is like a snapshot of that unit. That's the most important parts of that unit. So there's a possibility that a question like that will be on the exam, because the exam is a snapshot of the whole course. So I'm using my tests to know what types of questions were the most important and what concepts were the most important for that unit. And then I'm just writing them down. And then I'm going through my notes and just adding some extra stuff, especially if you got like that question partially wrong on the test. Like if you see this test, there's a lot of markings on it where I made little mistakes. So that's why your notes are also very, very useful to help. And then also look at old exams. So this is especially for like the sciences and the maths. Look for old exams of that course. Like the internet has everything. So look for some of those, see if you can do them. But then again, if you didn't get it from your teacher, just know that maybe some of those questions you never covered in your class. So that could potentially stress you out, but you should not be stressed out. All right. Tip I have is make yourself a schedule. Right here, I have wrote out all the points of things I need to get done. And then on my planner, which is under my binder right here, I have like step by step, like spend an hour on this, take a break, spend an hour on this, take a break, boom, boom, boom. So yes. And if you can make a list, if you still have like one class day before your exam, make a list of questions that you want to ask your teacher and ask them, because sometimes Google does not give you the answer you need. Sometimes you literally need your teacher's answer because Google doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like Google knows, but Google doesn't know. Another tip I have is to take breaks. Breaks are so important because you don't want to burn yourself out. Because once you're burnt out, you're not going to want to do anything for days. Well, at least in my case, I don't want to do anything for days. That's why, like, each of these papers that I did today, I did this one, and then I took, like, a 20-minute break, and then I did these two, because they're both one-sided. So, yeah, just take breaks. I know exams, it can feel like they're coming really, really fast, but you still have time to take breaks, and you should. Another tip I have is for breaks, also take some outdoor breaks. Fresh air and exercise is really, really good for your body, and just sitting down all day is really not good. So go outside for a bit. Another tip I have is to always have a water bottle that is full. I have one over there. And also have snacks. Now, my snack today is not the healthiest. I've been eating some M&Ms, which is not healthy, but like they're just convenient to eat. But I would recommend something like, yesterday I had a bowl of Cheerios and I was just eating Cheerios. Or you could have grapes, like baby carrots, cut up cucumber, like anything that you can just grab and like throw in your mouth so you can keep writing. Perfect snack for studying. Another tip I have is this is gonna sound like, oh my gosh, everyone says this, Kira, but get a good night's sleep. And not just the night before your exam, 2 nights before. Because the sleep that you had 2 days ago affects you today. When someone told me this, I at first did not believe them. I'm like, you're crazy. What do you mean last night's sleep affects me today, not 2 days ago's sleep? But no, 2 days ago's sleep affects you today. And I've experienced it. Because one time I was studying for a math test, 2 nights before, I had like 4 hours of sleep. But the night before the test, I had a good 8 hours. And I was still so tired and exhausted the day of the test. And then the day after the test, I was perfectly fine. Stress could have been a factor, but regardless, just get good sleep 2 days in advance. I know I study better at night, like from the times to like 6 to 9, 6 to 10. So I know a lot of people like to stay up late to study, but try not to. Try to like space it out and don't stay up too late. Anyways, I hope these tips helped you guys out, and don't stress too much about exams. You guys got this. You can do it. You're going to be successful, and you got this. Don't worry. You got this. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm going to get back to writing my notes now. Bye.